Hello and welcome back to Something Different Games. Today, I wanted to share a small snippet of one of my prototypes. This project is yet untitled, so I just call it The Puppet Game for now. The main character is an artist that hasn't finished any of his projects. Unheard of, I know. He wakes up inside of one of his worlds, the first taking place in Edo period Japan, specifically in a lord's castle, and it'll be about yay big. Since he never finished the project, the characters inside are stuck in limbo, forever living out the story. They cannot live unless the story gets finished, and they cannot die until the project is destroyed and forgotten. For the level, I've only done the layout and added minor details to a corner of the map where the character is. Every character in this level is a hand puppet, complete with arms coming out of the darkness. The main character will have a weapon which won't be very strong, as well as a lantern which will become dimmer as the character's life lowers. And there are further mechanics attached to that, but that will be in a different video once those are expanded upon. Now, one thing that is special and very tedious to make about this level in particular is that all of the floors will sink into the darkness whenever the player or an enemy creature gets near to it, and that is thematic to the hand puppets because a hand cannot go through a physical object. So, in this world, walls and floors, etc., are part of the stage, and the stage will move to make room for the puppeteers, so to speak. Now, there may be a way to do it simply and not resource intensively, but I don't know that way. So, I used to have thousands of objects looking for the player, and when they're nearby, submerging, but that did not run too good once I got to placing them throughout the whole level. So, what I have now is a small selection of floors and doors. And how this system works is the level is absolutely littered with checkpoints. And when the player hits them, it will look through a list and determine where floors need to be placed. And it will take those floors from other points in the level. So you end up with about 50 right now, but I may need to increase it as the player sees more floors at one time. And less than 10 doors. And these are all at runtime recycled throughout the level as they load and unload for the player. And hopefully it's in a completely seamless way that if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know the system existed at all. So here is basically what the level will look like, minus, it looking good. So you have the floors falling away and the player bonking with his stick. And these shrines are your save points throughout the level. It does a little flip around and it looks all fun. And again, you can see lots of platforms falling away, and there will be bigger rooms. Here we're coming up to an NPC that you would talk with once talking is in the prototype. And so now we're going to go on our way to find the NPC, quote unquote. There would be, a mechanic to unlock what should be a door there eventually. And the surprise reveal here is that, it's not an NPC, it's a boss. Oh! So the bosses in this level are cryptids, and this is Jorogumo, which is a spider woman, and this is very simplistic. She's just going from point to point, but what the boss fight would entail is her going to a point, the arm going up through the wall as she climbs it, and the player would somehow impede that so that she's forced to stay on the ground where the player can attack them. But that's once I get to it. So that is pretty much what I have to show on this project right now. If you liked it, let me know, because that's very important. Otherwise, I will assume you hate this. You probably don't, but that's just how my brain works. I've got other prototypes on the go, so I don't know if the next video will be more of this or some of that. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time.